Aunt Tilly, there's the star of the first half, Heraclitus Select Bourbon. What is going on, Les? How are you? So, for you guys and for everyone tuning in, we've kind of got a bit of a different live stream tonight. This first half is going to focus on the Birdsong Blend that that Joe over there at Heraclitus Select is putting together. All that good stuff. So if you have any questions, he sent me some talking points here, some more of the details that you bourbon nerds might care about. But anyway, so that's what we got going on. So I'll talk about some of this stuff that's on here. What's up, Andy? John, Max's Path. Hello, hello. So I was just telling those guys the plan for tonight. We're going to talk a bit about this Birdsong Blend, the first half, and then the second half we're actually having the gentleman from the Appleseed Project, Greg. He's actually going to call in and talk a little bit about the Appleseed Project and the history of it and what they have coming up this weekend. This will be the last call for it, all that good stuff. So anyway, with that being said, guys, so I'll give you a little bit of the history on it. Basically, Joe reached out to us at one point and said, "Hey, we're starting this thing. We'd love to do something with you guys." And what we decided on was Birdsong Blend. So it's got the Thinker logo. Well, actually, I don't know what the bottles are going to look like or what the Birdsong Blend logo is necessarily going to look like. I don't know if it's what's on these cups. Joe could probably clarify that. But this is what we settled on. And what they have actually done is taken water from the creek at Birdsong Range and are using that in the process of making this bourbon, which I think was a great idea. I think it's awesome. All that good stuff. So with that being said, for you bourbon nerds out there, they're actually getting it made from sorry, I don't want to be like reading off of a sheet too much, but for people who care, who know what this stuff means, I don't. 5-year Kentucky bourbon from Owensboro, Kentucky, from Green River Distillery. Mash bill. See, I didn't even know what that. Yeah, so that's actually the Thinker logo will be on the bottle. Awesome. So Jay, yeah, it's funny you bring that up because in the talking points, it literally is like, hey, like that rule number 1 about not pissing in the creeks is extra super duper important, right? But so 80%, 82% corn, 13% rye, 5% barley. It's going to be a limited supply, right? They're just doing a single barrel run of it, but that's going to give us about 200 bottles or so. Now more than ever, right? Exactly. What's up, Jose? All that good stuff. So it's going to consist of one specially selected barrel from Green River by an alumni, which will be emptied at 122 proof into a second barrel, new toasting barrel for 4 more weeks to add additional flavors. After the 4 weeks, it's going to be dropped down to 91 proof, all that good stuff. And Joe is here. So if you guys don't know Heraclitus Select Bourbon, like I'm going to touch on the main talking points on here. There's more on here, but yeah, if you have any questions, throw them out, and that's what this is about. So if you have any curious, good choice, good call, Crayons. Absolutely, I think I like that idea. I think I like that idea a lot. So, right. So I already talked about using the water from the range. Show the merch. Yeah, cool. So, so this is kind of this is the shirt that I'm wearing right now. I know. I wish it would have been awesome if Joe was here to do it. But we're going to do, as it gets closer, we're going to do another live stream with Joe and have him here in person, all that good stuff. But this is the back of that shirt, all that good stuff. So these are available, and it has the quote. Which way do I need to take it? This way. Look at this, guys. It has the quote right here, where the 9s and 1s comes from. So tagline of "Here's to the 9s and 1s." I really like the I don't know, not to sound too businessy, but like this marketing or this brand is very cool. I like it a lot, and it's just a badass quote. You know, I enjoy it every time we do a contractor class or our instructor class where we have the privilege of being able to show a video from a instructor who mentions that quote on there. So it's great. Oh, those are available on the website now. Awesome. So the glasses and coasters, right? So these right here, if you order the coasters, you can't tell from the camera angle, but it has the helmet, Heraclitus Select, all that good stuff. It's this right here. Maybe you'll see this better on here. Nope. But it's just the logo. So you can get those, all that good stuff. But yeah, all the prices are on the website. You can get those 4 bundles. The VIP package comes with 4 of those cups, 4 of the coasters, and 1 of the t-shirts. Website. What's the website, Joe? Go ahead and throw that up in there if you're able to. Scott Taylor, my hometown distillery. That's awesome, man. That's really cool. So let's talk about how you guys can get some reservations made for this. So at the moment we are taking early reservations. We're not taking payment yet. We're not taking payment at all. This is all going to go through their website and everything like that. So they are not accepting payments at the moment. Scott, I do have a working bike. I got the tire yesterday and have been using it to ride around all day, half of the day yesterday, and then of course all day today. But yeah, it is up and running. So this is how it's going to work. Let me just boil it down simply. Crayons, I really like your idea. I didn't even think about doing that. So basically the way it's going to work is Birdsong Range members, if you would like to go ahead and make a reservation, absolutely go ahead. Send an email, and you can send the email to, for now, send it to info@tacticalresponse.com. That'll hit me, Heather, and Shelton, all that good stuff, and we'll send over the list to them. But anyway, sorry, Micah made me laugh. So Birdsong Range members, Liber TV members, Patreon, YouTube, and then of course, everyone else. So if you're going to want to make a reservation, in the tagline include, Birdsong Blend, reservation, and make sure that, in the subject line, I should say, and then make sure you include also like what you are at, right? If you're a Birdsong Range member, make sure you include that in there. If you're a Liber TV member, so on and so forth. And it is a limit of 2 bottles per person. Absolutely. What info can you give us on the brown magic liquid? Dude, that's what we're talking about right now. So I just went over some of the nerdy stuff, but yeah, so this is the Birdsong Range Blend, Birdsong Blend, I should say, that Joe over there at Heraclitus Select is putting together for us, and all that good stuff. But yeah, I mean, yeah, so that's that stuff. Sorry, I've got so much. I've got notes for this part and for the next one. And I don't usually work off of notes, if you guys couldn't tell. What's about price? That's important, right? Bottles will be somewhere between $84 to $89, but there might be a slight variation due to some tax shifts and stuff like that. It's funny that Joe mentions it in here, but like he said, going through all this, and he told me about it on the phone, going through all of this of trying to like do the bourbon and all that, he was like, this might be the one thing that is more regulated than trying to work with guns. So they've got some pretty strict tax stuff that they have to work through and all that good stuff. So, but yeah, shipping is expected to be about $20 per bottle. They are taking payments for merch and VIP packages now. taking orders through the Heraclitus Select Instagram direct messages or the Facebook page private messages, and you can get that ordered now. So check that out. Grant Tilley got his shirt yesterday. Hell yeah! What's up, Marcus? But yeah, so this is one of those things. I'm not a heavy drinker or anything like that. So you know, I don't know a lot about bourbon. That's why I told Joe to make sure he was in the comments today if we had anybody like Isaac Demarest show up, or Rich wanting to ask some questions about that. But yeah, so if you guys are interested in this, go ahead, send an email, info@tacticalresponse.com, and we'll get you guys sorted out. Because at the end of the day, this is something that Joe put together and wanted to do. I'm sure, because he's interested in doing it, you know, but a part what I got from him is, you know, like, this is something that we all share in common, being alumni of this place. And, like, having it tied to where so many people have spent so much time and energy and, you know, working out on the range to improve yourself as a person and as a fighter, however you want to visualize it and stuff like that. There's a lot of us have a lot of fond memories with Birdsong Range and stuff like that. So this is just a way of kind of paying homage to that stuff. So John Krantz, email sent. Hell yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. All that good stuff. So anyway, with that being said, don't be a square and you know, just buy one of these and then put it up on a shelf and let it like collect dust and stuff like that. I would encourage all of you that if you do get a bottle of this and you have a group of alumni in particular, even if they're not alumni, but if you have a group of people who are important to you, who have this similar interest as you, like, get it, crack the bottle open, and have a good time. You know, if you're all alumni, then you know you all have something other than bourbon in common. Of course, you can talk about how awesome I am as an instructor, or how much Tim talks about mules, all that good stuff, right? So. That's all I'll say on that, really. Stuff like this is meant to be shared, right? All that good stuff. So, anyway, I'm not gonna. There's a little bit more on here. So, guys, if you have any questions, I've got my notes here. Buy one to save and one to share with the other 9s and 1s. That's right. That's right. That's something that I'm glad you mentioned that. Hey, Christina, we're gonna be talking about Appleseed later. In about 20 minutes. But yeah, it was something that Joe brought up when I was on the phone with him, actually, and it's on the is it on here? I remember reading it somewhere, but basically maybe it was in these show notes. But basically the quote, of course, is about the warriors and all that good stuff, right? And so, you know, 10 shouldn't be there, 80 are nothing more than targets, 9 are warriors, and, you know, 1 is the one who will bring them all back. And so, with that being said, with that, even though it is specifically, the quote is specifically about the warriors, much like I try to, when I talk about like mindset, tactics, skill, and gear, you try to branch these things out to people. Like when I was talking at the Self-Reliance Festival, you try to like branch it outside of just this martial lifestyle. You know, if you can apply these theories to your regular walk of life and stuff like that. So when you start thinking about like 9s and 1s, you know, like that applies down to, of course, talking about the warriors then on that battlefield and stuff like that. But man, just going through your everyday life, you know, trying to be the best that you can be at whatever you're doing. You know, Shelton, right? He tries to be the best asshole to me that he can be, and he does a pretty good job. He does a pretty good job at it, you know, but things like that. Sounds tasty. I'm super excited to, yeah, yes, I agree. So this is what we got going on. Man, I'm super stoked about it. Like I said, when Joe reached out, I was, you know, we had some stuff that we had to work out in the background and stuff like that before we could announce it and all that good stuff. But man, he has been hard at work the past year and a half trying to get this all sorted out and all that good stuff. So yeah, I mean, you don't have to damn it Shelton to that. I mean, he does a good job.
The best
at being a jerk. Hey, look, there's Isaac. That's one of those bourbon nerds I was talking about. Yeah. Anytime I'm around someone who, like, if we're, bourbon is getting involved or whiskey or what have you, like, I always look for, like, Isaac or Rich, and I'm like, hey, what do you have? Because I'll take that. Crown is for Canadians. Yeah, I mean, Crown and Sprite isn't that bad. Yeah. Absolutely. So talked about that. Again, Birdsong Range members getting the priority, then Liber TV, Patreon, YouTube members, and then everybody else. Yeah. The merch. You guys have seen the merch. But yeah, this is really cool. Joe's been working hard on this. Not sure what the rest of you are going to drink when I buy the barrel. Need a live stream tasting? Yeah, for sure. Like, I think it's going to happen. As soon as Joe has, like, the first bottle, we're going to bring it onto the live stream and let you guys know that it's out and to be expecting it within a few weeks and stuff like that. Julie Holmes, thank you. Very kind of you. Yep. Isaac doesn't know shit about whiskey. You want a shirt? You want one of these cool Heraclitus Select Blend shirts? Or Select Bourbon? Sorry, not Blend. I'm getting them mixed up. These are actually available on their website. Shelton, you might have to... I don't know. You might have to look for the website and post it up as a link. Joe said he was going to try to, but I don't think he was able to get posted. I don't know if we have some kind of like...
For the shirt?
Yeah. If you're able to find that. Yeah. All right. We'll let you know, Isaac. We'll get something worked out. All that good stuff. But yeah. Again, this is something that Joe's been working really hard on. So I'm happy to support him, help push this stuff for him any way that I can. And again, I do think that this has something that we can all relate to in a way. I mean, again, literally water from the range. I just think that is super cool. I think that is awesome. Might go buy that VIP bundle. I like the red shirt. Red's tough to pull off, man.
That's a good-looking red shirt.
Is it?
Seen it?
No, I haven't. I was just saying Scott. It's tough for Scott to pull it off, I should say. Didn't even drink liquor until I took a contractor class with Isaac. Oh, damn. He can be a bad influence sometimes. Speaking of that, he says light contractor class, the light contractor this week, only 3 bottles. Well, you guys were getting run pretty hard out there. I'm sure James, who says knows had shit. If you're going to buy the bottle, drink it with people who mean something to you when you have something to celebrate. Yep. Yeah, agreed. No sad shit. But yeah, so that's the deal. Do you guys, again, if you are anything like me, we got about 10 more minutes left before Greg over at Appleseed joins us, but if you guys have any questions about this stuff, and Joe throwing that out there, so he says the blessing was getting the folks over at Bardstown Bourbon Company, where they will be doing the bottling, to let us use Birdsong Creek water. that is really cool. It is really cool because again, I know nothing about this, and so like the idea of a company letting you, yeah, a company letting you bring in your own water and stuff like that, like that is very interesting. We did not talk about the hoops that Joe had to jump through to get that, so I have no idea how he convinced them to let him do that and stuff. So, man, that is very, very cool.